Coach, obviously not a great shooting night. Did you feel like you had the shots for some of the girls, or
I
did
thought at times, I thought Bonnie took some tough ones, just got stuck in an area, used her dribble and shot it. But I thought Say had some pretty good looks. I mean, at this level, you're not going to get much more time or space against Texas. So, they're going to guard you. They're going to make it hard for you. You're not going to get, no one within 10 feet of you for a shot. If you have 4 feet space, that's a good shot against Texas. So I thought our guards had some decent looks. I thought Laren had some good looks, off the bounce, a couple in transition. Say had a couple, and Say has to make hard shots as well for us to win.
Is this Texas team even better than when you saw them in Austin?
Yeah, they are. They continue to get better, and kudos to them and the work they've put in and the understanding of their roles and how they play together. And they are really good in transition. When Joyner threw that full court bounce pass to Brooke McCarty, I mean, there's not much you can do about some of that. They have a lot of talent, and they're playing well.
Texas, obviously a really physical team. How would you compare the intensity level out there, and especially you mentioned the depth that they have? How would you compare that to some of the other teams that you've seen so far?
We haven't seen Baylor, but I would say they're probably the most physical team locked down, and then I would say West Virginia, who we've seen so far, is probably next, but no one has the depth that they have other than Baylor to be able to go to your bench and continue to bring All-Americans off your bench that are playing. I don't know, what did Jordan Hosey had 7, Sean Higgs had 13, Sutton had 19. They just keep coming, and great athleticism. They really want to lock down, and I thought they pushed us off of a lot of our cuts and ability to not use screens because they're not letting us get to screens. We've got to do a better job of controlling that where we're forcing them to blow the whistle.
Defensively, was it just a struggle whenever they would get the ball down inside the paint, you kind of collapse on it, and then they're kicking out to the shooter who's just absolutely deadly from behind the arc? Was that the big struggle defensively for guarding Texas?
Well, they hit 3 threes, so I would say the biggest thing is just the paint and transition, and O boards. They're a team, I think when they kick it out, I thought they did a great job of attacking off the bounce. Not that they're necessarily lighting it up from the arc. That's not really their style, their game. But, inside out attacking, I thought they got, to the paint at will against our zone. There was just no second line sealing and making it a little bit more difficult where they had to now make 2 more extra passes to get an open shot. I think there's a lot of things we can do better in the zone. But again, they're really good. Their players are making plays.
As much as the score is lopsided, you guys were running with them in the transition. When they would do a counter off of a missed shot, you were almost immediately right back with that counter. Is that a fair statement that you guys were in the game athletically, just maybe not on the scoreboard?
I thought we did a better job in transition in general. I thought when we turned it over, it was 2 points for them. We had to, not turn it over, and did a better job in the second half of not turning it over. In transition, getting back at their place, it was just a layup after layup. So I thought we did better defensively in transition, and then I thought we did a pretty good job of rim running and trying to attack early in offense.
And specifically in the first quarter, was the game plan to kind of come in and try to attack the bigs down low to try to get them in trouble? It seemed like you had some success with that early.
Yeah, I thought we did a good job of getting it inside. Absolutely. We felt like it was important to get it to the paint, whether you're driving it or throwing it into the post, and thought we did a better job of finding them. And then early, it was either a foul or, our post players scored it fairly well, and then I thought we went away from it.
And obviously Jada had a much better night this time around than the last time she faced Texas, if you can kind of...
Yeah, really, proud of Jada. She takes her performance, personally. She takes a lot of ownership in how she performs, and she was really disappointed with how she played at Texas. And so it was good to see her respond and be more aggressive, and they keep rotating posts in, and we don't have as much depth there. So she had to play more minutes and kind of battle, and I think is doing a good job guarding other people's bigs as well. So good to see her score tonight. Good to see her get her more O boards, and if we can keep her in that mode and get our guards going, we'll be back in business.
A lot of coaches talk about they can learn more about their team from a loss than a win. What are some things you took away tonight as you guys move forward?
I'll have to watch the film. It's always different than how it feels sometimes. But, I feel like, it's a little bit the same thing. Like when you play great players that are not just, great scorers and talented, but they can lock you down defensively, you've got to be that much better in execution. You've got to set better screens. You've got to use them more physically than we did, and it comes down to details and whether it's a turnover or 2 points. A lot of times, I thought, through some turnovers and we didn't see rotating defenses. So you just have to look, one player beyond and get to the next read in offense. And I think we can be better there. And then you got to make shots and, to give yourself a chance. And that's for anyone in this league, especially against Texas.
Not the most successful night as a team, but you had a much stronger game against Texas this time. What have you kind of learned and kind of improved down there that allowed you to have a stronger game against them?
I mean, just, not losing confidence in myself and, also my teammates still having confidence in me and, still giving me the ball and just basically for me, it's just basically just having confidence in myself, just knowing I can score.
Texas would respond with a run. What allowed them to kind of put their foot on that?
I mean, just like they're a talented team, they're not just going to let people just come back in, but, also that on us is just not getting stops. We celebrate not knowing that Texas is a great transition team, and, as soon as we score, they already, within what we know, they already done scored again, so we just got to stop resting and celebrating and get back on defense, as soon as we can, because their transition is, they probably have the best transition offense in the country.